Hey, what's up guys? This is Bearcat here for another exciting episode of Bearcat's Reviews, and today I will be reviewing the Walmart exclusive reissue of the 1980s classic Transformers Soundwave with Decepticon Condor cassette buzzsaw. I gotta say, when I heard they were making these reissues, I was very excited because I loved the 80s cartoon as a kid, and I got even more excited when they said they were reissuing this because I was born after that whole 80s genre, so I loved the show. Never got to have the figures, got excited. Now I get to add one of my favorite Decepticons to the collection. So, as for the box, it's in the classic 80s styling box like we've seen with some of the other reissues they've done. Here we got a picture of Soundwave here. This is a pretty big box, so it's going to be hard to get all of it in frame, I'm sorry. Here's Soundwave and Buzzsaw. It says here, Decepticon Commander, Soundwave and Condor cassette Buzzsaw. It has the classic 80s Hasbro logo down there. Top shows you a little instruction on how to transform them. On top of the box it says right here Decepticon Transformers, more than meets the eyes. Side here we got another little bit of Soundwave here and Buzzsaw up here. Other side is the same. And in the back we got the little cards that it comes with, and then it's got the classic 80s art deco on the back. So the way you can tell it's a reissue basically is because of this little icon here saying Authentic Transformer, because that's newer design. Alright, so now that we've seen the packaging, there's not much else for it, so not much at the bottom either here. Just more art saying Transformers. So let's get to it and crack open Soundwave. So here's Soundwave out of the packaging. Just basic looking cassette player. So I will say there are stickers that you have to put on, like these and some of the other ones on his guns and robot mode, so which I will point out when we transform to robot mode. The hardest ones are these ones here, right here, are already on, these blue, but these flaps here like to pop up a lot. So my trick here, and then so do these little cuffs on his arms, my trick here for these is that I just did a little dab of super glue around it so it wouldn't interfere with anything, but it would stay on, and now it stays on. And then it does have like classic, you slide off the back panel, here are the batteries. But the batteries becomes weapons. But before we go to the robot mode and how to transform Soundwave here, we're going to do some size comparisons. Now looking at him, he stands in his cassette tape mode, he stands just under 3 inches tall, and then for width, he is a little over 4 inches wide. And so for comparisons here, we're going to do my personal favorite one first, which is the classic. We got here Blaster, Autobot Blaster with his rival Soundwave. So you see how they scale together. And then for other reissues, we have here the reissue of Starscream with Soundwave. So you see how those scale together. The reissue of Hot Rod and Soundwave. See how those scale together. Lastly but not least, we have the reissue Boneby and Soundwave. So you can see how they scale together. Now, the only button function that works is this, obviously, with Tic Tac. You open it up, pull out Buzzsaw here, set Soundwave back here, and you can see some Buzzsaw here. And for a size comparison for his tech tape, he is a little guy here. So for width, he is 2 inches, and for height, he is a little under 1.5 inches. No, exactly one. Nope, a little under 1.5, about 1.25 inches. So he is pretty small. He's a pretty small guy here. And so for Buzzsaw size comparisons here, if I can get him to stand down, I'll just lay him down like this. So for Buzzsaw size comparisons, we have the classic 80s Laserbeak. See how they scale together? About the exact same. Oop. We got Rewind. So you can see how they scale together. Buzzsaw next to Ramhorn. So you can see how they scale together. buzzsaw next to steel jaw. See how they scale together. And lastly, because he's small like buzzsaw, scale next to buzzsaw, we got bumblebee. See how they scale together. And now we're going to transform them both, and we'll start with buzzsaw because he's small. Oh, before I forget, they do come with accessories because of them being like the classic 80s ones. And so for buzzsaw, they're mostly used for his their transformation mode. So for buzzsaw, you get these two little cannons that, as we transform him here real quick, you'll see. So for buzzsaw, you take these little pieces right here, little flaps, and you just grab them and fold them down. Then we flip them over here. We pull out the wings. And then for the head, you just gotta have to put your fingernail back here and just slide his head out. Mine's a little stiff, but they all might not be that. And you fold it up. Then you take his little cannons. You plug them on like this in the leftover cassette tape holes. So there you go. Little buzzsaw. And little buzzsaw does also still very small. He's standing at, with the cannons, at just about 1.5 inches, and with the wingspan he is about 5.5 inches wide with the, oop, my bad, make that 4.5 inches with that wingspan. And so now we'll do some size comparisons for buzzsaw. And now moving along for size comparisons for buzzsaw, we have here buzzsaw next to Laserbeak. It's a little twin, so you can see how they scale together. Next we have buzzsaw next to Rewind. We'll see how they scale together. Next is buzzsaw next to Ramhorn. See how they scale together. Buzzsaw next to Steeljaw. So you can see how they scale together. And lastly, we got buzzsaw next to Bumblebee. You can see how they scale together. And now we're going to just take buzzsaw back from my buzzsaw. We're going to move on to Soundwave. And now for Soundwave's accessory, he comes with 3 of these little missile things for his gun. And like I said, there's 3 of them. They got this nice shiny chrome. I will say be careful because it probably will scrape if you try hard enough, but I'm not going to risk it. And then moving on for Soundwave's transformation, it's fairly easy because it's based off the 80s toy, so you just got to pull this out, pull this one out. Like I said, stickers, they're rough staying on. But so once you pull these legs out, you pull it down, rotate around, lock it back in. There we go, lock it back in. And you can push here, it flips out his feet. Do it on both sides. And then come around here to the back. Then you just gotta unpeg his arms, grab from here and push it forward. Push them back together on the body. Little tab here, you push and fist comes out. Do it on both sides. And then you grab his head up here up top, pull it up, rotate around. And for the last thing is you pull off his battery pack for a minute. Pop out his 2 batteries. Slide back on that battery kit back. And then for his 1 battery, you'll look at them and you see this one with all the little holes or missile parts. You port right onto his shoulder. And then for this one, it's going to be the gun, so you just pull it up like that. And then on this side where the hole is, you'll grab one of those little missiles and then you just connect it right in like that. And then I really need to move my camera up because he's a pretty big guy. And so for him, you just tab that cannon right on there. And then there is Soundwave in his robot mode. And as you can see, he's very tall compared to the other ones. Now, for height, he stands just over 7 inches. For width, he stands at about 4.5 inches. And so now for size comparisons. Alright, now for size comparisons. Here we have Blaster next to Soundwave, and I'm going to roll this up because, yeah, Blaster's a very tall one. And so, there you have that scale. Next we have the Reissue Starscream next to Soundwave with the Megatron gun. So there you have that. The Reissue Hot Rod next to Soundwave. There's that. The Reissue Bumblebee next to Soundwave. So there you have that. Then last but not least, for a basic 6-inch scale figure, there we have Black Series Captain Rex next to Soundwave. There you have that. Alright guys, so thank you again for watching my video. I highly recommend getting Soundwave, especially if you don't have this figure. He was great to have. He's a great nostalgia hit for me. I'm so happy to finally have gotten him. Remember, if you want to get him, you can only pick him up at Walmart, because he is a Walmart exclusive. Thank you again for watching my show. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Tell me what you want to see me review next, and I'll try and get it to review. Thank you again for watching, and this has been another exciting episode of Bearcats Reviews.